Look who I'm in the game with, bro. I'm with ex-Uncle Kano's game,
Yo,
bro.
oh my god, no way.
Look at him right here. Look how delicious he is. Look how, look,
Oh
Adam
my.
got it.
When you rhythm shoot, you can shoot shots from behind half court. And you can even hit shots when you're falling on the ground. And you can even hit shots when you're fading away from the rim. I'm gonna show you how to master rhythm shooting right now. Rhythm shooting's rumored to make a return for 2K26, so you better lock it in. No matter what your build is for 2K25, you need to make sure you're utilizing rhythm shooting every time you shoot the ball. And if you didn't know, there's a couple ways that you can rhythm shoot, and I'm gonna give you every single one of them right now. And the best way to rhythm shoot is what I'm gonna show you right now. And no, it's not even flicking the stick. If you want to get the best rhythm shooting shot, you need to be rolling your right stick. And all you're doing is holding your right stick down, then rotating your right stick towards the hand you are. And the most normal way to rhythm shoot is to be flicking your stick. And the majority of people rhythm shooting are holding their right stick down, then flicking their right stick up. And those are the two meta ways to be shooting it. But if you want to try way number 3, all you're doing is holding your right stick away from the ball, then flicking the other way. And make sure you go into your controller settings and copy everything you see, but make sure you go to shot meter input type and have it on all. Every single build in the game needs to be rhythm shooting all their moving shots. Just hold your right stick up, then flick your right stick. Then if you're 6'4" and under, you have to make sure you have on the best rhythm shooting jump shot. And I'm gonna give you 3 of my favorite right now. Starter 4 and over, the best jump shot for season 8 right now is Patty Mills. You're gonna unlock this base as soon as you hit starter 4, and it's one of the fastest ones you can get in the entire game. And it gives you the best release. And by far the best release in the game right now is Baluba. And that's the reason you're gonna use Baluba for release number 1 and 2. Just make sure you max out your release speed. And if you're using rhythm shooting, it's always on push. But if you shoot with the button, make sure you have it on release. And if you're under starter 4, the best jump shot base in the whole game is Kyrie Irving. And you can use this jump shot when you shoot with the button or use rhythm shooting. Just make sure for release number 1, you use Oscar Robertson so you can max out your release height. And for release number 2, you're gonna throw on the best release in the game, Baluba. And you have to make sure you max out the Kyrie Irving base's release speed. And if you go into your controller settings, there's an option called your shading indicator. And that's gonna tell you the contest of your shot every single time you put one in the air. And if you don't know what the shading indicator looks like, it's gonna be the circles that pop up underneath your player. And you'll notice these colors change underneath your player every time the defender moves or you make a dribble. But you have to know what you're reading. You have to know that 3 lines equals a tight and 2 lines is still slight and moderate. And if you didn't know about that, lock it. Reading that shading indicator, that's the reason I'm able to raise my shooting percentage season after season. And if you want to max out the ability of your my player, you have to make sure you have on the right takeover. The best takeover you can use on a guard is definitely satellite. That way you can get deep bomber and chuck from anywhere on the court. As soon as you see the takeover meter going up, you're going to be able to shoot better and you're going to be able to run faster every time you run up and down the court. So the better you're playing, the more attributes you're going to get boosted every time you play the game. But make sure you have on the right takeover because that's critical to being a bucket. And one of the most valuable things you can have on your player is yellow Gatorade and boost. The reason you're buying this yellow Gatorade is to get extra stamina and you need jump shot boost. Every time you buy the yellow Gatorade, you're going to get 1 extra stamina bar every time you play. But it costs 3,000 VC for 10 games of Gatorade. And if you feel like you're guarding somebody who won't miss, that's because he's got his jump shot down and he's got jump shot boost. Jump shot boost is going to absolutely change the way you shoot the ball. Every time you play a game with Gatorade and shooting boost, it's going to cost you 700 VC. And to get 2 stamina bars, you have to make sure you're going to the Gatorade facility and you have to complete every single workout. And that's key to making way more jump shots, especially towards the end of the game. And you need to make sure you're shooting against Lethal Shooter in the Art of Shooting gym. That way you can get your lethal zones and become a real shooter. When you're shooting the ball in your lethal zones, you make way more shots. And now I'm going to tell you whether your build should be using the push visual cue or you should be using release. And both of these are good and they both have their own advantage. When you're using push, you need to make sure you're watching for your player to extend his hand. Push is just a little bit faster than release, so if you can't get release, use push. And when you're using release, you're basically watching for your player to flick his wrist to release the button. And what I go by is a fast jump shot's on release and a normal jump shot's on push. Jump is the only visual cue where you don't have to watch the ball when you release it. All you're doing is waiting for your player's feet to leave the ground to release the button. So if you can get jump down, that's one of the fastest you can get. And in 2K24, set point was definitely the meta. And what you're looking for with set point is for the ball to basically be at the player's forehead. And you can have less latency every time you shoot as long as you're using a wired controller. 2K's always had a latency issue, so having the wired controller just seems to step it up a little bit more. And a wired controller doesn't require anything but the cord. And if you're shooting the ball without an Ethernet cord, odds are you're absolutely cooked. Ethernet cord's gonna give you everything you need to have stable connection and shoot without having to fight. Rhythm shooting is gonna be making a return for 2K26, so make sure you add this to your bag. And if you want to be up to date and get the quickest 2K26 news, make sure you're locking in because I'm giving it to you all. Just make sure you drop a sub right now and you turn those noties on because we're about to lock it in. We're on the grind right now for 20,000 subscribers. And I'm going to be giving away way too many 2K26 copies to even keep count. So if you want to be entered, you have to make sure you lock it in and drop a comment right now. Make sure you get ready for 2K26 because it's right around the corner.